The very warmest of welcomes to you indeed to Sichuan province and the city of Chengdu. You're watching artistic gymnastics at the Dong'an Lake Sports Park multi-purpose gymnasium and the 31st Summer World University Games. Chengdu, a place of history, a place to make history, a place where dreams come true. That is the axiom of these World University Games, and the dreams have been coming true for the People's Republic of China so far. Why? Because they've won everything. Both of the team titles and the men's all-around title as well. Can they make it 4 out of 4? What an accomplishment that would be for the host nation. We'll discover in just a moment or two, because we are about to embark upon the last all-around final before tomorrow brings us all 10 apparatus finals. The women's individual all-around final is about to begin in artistic gymnastics at Chengdu 2021. It is a great pleasure to have your company for all of the action from the People's Republic of China. A People's Republic of China performing extremely well in the sport of artistic gymnastics at the moment. Yes, there is a little excitement, more than a little excitement about this place. The gymnasts are thrilled to have made it to this stage. A massive all-around final, the World University Games. The bringing together of that which is sporting and that which is academic, but it's far from academic as to who's going to win this. The favourites are from Japan and China, but there are plenty of other contenders lying in wait, hoping for an opportunity to get onto the podium. Perhaps like Spain, the bronze medalists in the women's team competition yesterday. What a sensational result for the Spaniards. Will Japan finally have their moment in the centre of the podium? We're going to discover in a few minutes' time, because the gymnasts are almost ready to make their way out onto the competition floor. Welcome to you wherever in the world you're watching the action from. Great pleasure to have your company at the World University Games in Sichuan province, the People's Republic of China. Ollie Hogben here, and I'll be talking you through this women's all-around final. To make it into the top 24 is always an accomplishment, but this is only an 18-strong field. It's even more special for these gymnasts. A condensed all-around competition, 6 fewer than you normally get in an all-around final. Very well done to all of them. And to those two who've qualified for the apparatus finals, which are taking place tomorrow. The penultimate day of artistic gymnastics at the World University Games. This is a very big arena. There is a sizable crowd gathered to watch the action. Beautiful space. It's been purpose-built for these games. The World Games are also coming along in Chengdu in a couple of years' time. It's going to be a very busy space over the next few years. We have 2 groups, each containing 9. Let's have a look at the contenders. These are the top performers in qualification. Great privilege for the athletes to make it into Group 1. Let's have a look at who they are. From Nippon Sports Science University in Japan, Sakaguchi Ayaka, part of the team that won a silver medal. Second strongest qualifier, Miyata Shoko of Juntendo University, the famous Juntendo University. Oi Shen of Beijing Sport University in the People's Republic of China, the top performer in qualification. Lai Pingju of the National Taipei University of Education, strong performer in the preliminary round. Lee Dae-young of Korean National Sport University. She was the 9th best in qualifying. From the University of Innsbruck, Austria's Bianca Frisak, the 8th best in qualification. From the Haas University of Applied Sciences, Tisha Volleman, the Dutch gymnast, was the 7th best in qualifying. From the University of the Balearic Islands, Maya Yaffair, the 6th best in qualification and team bronze medalist. And Lo Wen of the People's Republic of China and Wuhan Sport University, one of the double first-class universities. That is your top group of qualifiers. And the second group of gymnasts. Let's have a look at those who will be leading the peloton, trying to work their way into the top group. Jinghua Tian of Fujian Catholic University in Chinese Taipei. From the Thomas Bata University in Zlin, Dominika Pomizhilova of the Czech Republic. From the Autonomous University of Barcelona in Spain, Lorena Medina, team bronze medalist. Edith Cowan University's graduate Amanda Edwards of Australia. From Bolu University, Bilge Tarhan of Turkey. And from Ege University in the Aegean, Turkey's Elida Shaheen. The University of Cologne, represented by Elisabeth Wagner from Germany. It's also represented by Ayu Ju, her teammate. And from Korean National Sports University, Yupo Un.
Now let's look forward to the wonderful performances from the athletes.
There they are. Those are your 18 representing their nations, but also representing their academic institutions. They have pedigree in academia, they have pedigree on the competition floor. Now let's see who will graduate all the way to gold. The finalists in the women's individual all-around competition at Chengdu 2021. The top performer in qualification, China's own Oh Yu-shen. Second best was Miyata Shoko of Japan. Third best, her teammate Takaguchi Ayaka. The fourth best was Lo Wen of the host nation. And the fifth best in qualifying, not eligible for this particular competition, meaning that the actual fifth best in real terms is Maya Yaffair because of the two per country rule. Now we're going to use the split warm-up system. So several of the gymnasts will compete and then they will step off the competition floor. The next lot will warm up. From Chinese Taipei, Jinghua Tian, who gets her campaign and her group underway on the uneven bars. There is Oh Yu-shen of Beijing Sport University practicing her vaults. She had an absolutely outstanding day in qualification. Where she really was unstoppable was on the uneven bars and on the balance beam. That gymnast there and the one standing next to her, they have the potential to score extremely highly in the first rotation on vault. And so it could well be that we get an early lead from the Japanese due to their difficulty. But if the gymnasts from China perform as they did in qualification on the bars and beam, then it's going to be very hard to dislodge them. Miyata Shoko was also extremely strong on beam. Sakaguchi Ayaka of the Nippon Sports Science University, founded in 1893. Have Lorena Medina, Spanish gymnast who was part of that thrilled team to take bronze. They looked like they could barely believe it. It was a very interesting team competition because it was spread out over 3 subdivisions. The Spaniards were in the second subdivision, and they sat there watching the third subdivision, realising that the challengers to them were all starting to fade away, and suddenly there was no one left, and Spain had taken the bronze. A vaulter of considerable quality, Miyata Shoko. And this is a very good field. Really enjoyable. They're going to be in for a terrific all-around final in the women's competition at these World University Games. That's just the noise for the warm-up. You wait until it gets started. They've been very enthusiastic, the crowds here. It is, after all, a great gymnastics nation. And it's a great arena. Lai Pin-ju, the gymnast who was 10th in the qualification process. Due to the 2 per country rule, we've actually in raw terms worked our way right down to 21st to get into this final. And that's where the top 18 have come from. It is time to begin. You are watching the women's all-around final at the World University Games. The sport of artistic gymnastics, an integral part of the Games. Sakaguchi Ayaka of the Nippon Sports Science University in Japan, a university founded in the 1890s. Its motto, rich in powerful lives, based on physical education. Can she establish an early lead based on this impressive double twisting Yurchenko vault? That's a good start from Sakaguchi Ayaka. Yeah, she's a little piked as she lands, but the feet are very steady. Let's have a look back at this performance. Very central, good amount of power. Keeps the form in the apex of the vault. Landing position is a little low in the upper body, but that's offset against real stability as she lands. The 21-year-old scored 14.066 in qualification. Last month she won the silver medal on vault at the All Japan Event Championships, their apparatus championships. Phenomenal university that she attends, Nippon Sports Science. It's produced around a dozen Olympic champions, including the great Uchimura Kohei and Tani Ryoko, a fantastic judoka. 13.766. Sakaguchi Ayaka down by a few tenths from qualification, but still strong. Miyata Shoko of Juntendo University, second best in overall qualification. That is very good. The difference between that and the vault from Sakaguchi Ayaka is the height of her landing position. Miyata Shoko is so upright as she lands. And she is the Japanese vault champion. And that is why. Always a risk to go for such difficulty in the vault, but she tends to get the execution pretty well judged. 13.9, 1/10 down from qualification. Oyu Shen of Beijing Sport University, the top performer in qualification. She scored 13.066 on vault. It was bars and beam where she really excelled. Nice start back from Oyu Shen. She's not going to be leading the way after the first rotation. She will know that. Many of the fans watching will know that. But if she picks up a solid enough score here, she's got plenty of ground that she can make up over the next two rotations. The 19-year-old from a university founded in 1953. It has 14,000 students. A group of universities that used to be known as the National Key Universities, they're now known as the Double First Class Universities. .933, the vault for Oyu Shen. So that is down also a fraction from qualifying. All of the first three vaults have been down a little from qualification. That's not enormously uncommon in an all-around final. Lai Pingju of the National Taipei University of Education scored 13 for this vault in the preliminary rounds. And that's well performed. The 21-year-old. Now we head over to the uneven bars. Lorena Medina of the Autonomous University of Barcelona. She's studying advertising and public relations. 11th best in qualification. Little deviation of form after completing the Ginga. The piked Jaeger had a nice tight angle to the pike position. She completes that uneven bars routine well, Lorena Medina. A university founded in 1968. It has over 40,000 students in the Barcelona area. Very highly regarded institution. 12.766 by Pingju. Just a reminder of this performance. Lorena Medina. She's from the Barcelona area. Vina de Cans. fantastic competition for the Spanish team. And it's got to have made them feel so buoyant coming into the final today. 12.566, that is an improvement from qualification. She's up by almost 3/10. What an absolutely fantastic accomplishment for this gymnast. Into the all-around final. She has managed to do this having just completed her nursing studies at Edith Cowan University. She's about to start a job at Perth Children's Hospital. Amanda Edwards of Australia. Down quite low under the bars, but real strength to get her swing built back up. What a good finish to that routine from Amanda Edwards. She is such a nice performer on beam and floor. Very expressive, very colourful in how she choreographs her routines. And she is from the only university in Australia named after a woman. It's named after Edith Cowan, who was the first woman elected to the Australian Parliament. Good double tuck to dismount. Hugely impressive individual, and what a magnificent role she'll play in society, working as a nurse at the Perth Children's Hospital. Now the second half of the first rotation is about to begin. It will be Lee Dae-yeon, the Republic of Korea, who things started for the second group. Ilge Tahan and her teammate İlayda Şahin of Turkey. They will begin on the uneven bars. 11 for Amanda Edwards. That's a good improvement actually. She's gained a third of a mark from qualification. Good beginning to her campaign. We look at Tisha Volleman from Eindhoven. She's competed a lot in 2023, really been out there and working her way around the league systems in Spain, competing in the domestic events there. She's also competed at World Cup competition. There is İlayda Şahin. Quite a long wait now for the athletes because we have this split warm-up system and only two groups. It means that we get to see a lot of gymnastics though. Warming up was Lo Huen, 23-year-old. Has 4 years of experience on her teammate. Representation from the Republic of Korea, also with Yoon Bo-eun, one of the gymnasts at the National Sport University. Very interesting history it has. Both of the gymnasts from Korea Republic in this final are at the National Sport University. Some very experienced athletes here like Bianca Friesack, the Austrian champion. A veteran gymnast from a veteran university. If you're just switching on your televisions now, we're in the first rotation of this women's individual all-around final at the Dong An Lake Sports Park Multi-Purpose Gymnasium, hosting artistic gymnastics at the Chengdu 2021 World University Games. The story so far is that everybody has been a little down from qualification on vault, so it all really is much of a muchness. But the best score has come from Miyata Shoko of Japan, 13.9 for her double twisting Yurchenko. Oyu Shen for her full twisting Yurchenko, 12.933. Sakaguchi's double twisting Yurchenko at 13.766. And we also had Lai Bin-ju, who performed a full twisting Yurchenko and scored 12.766. So that is the tail of the tape on vault. The best score so far on the uneven bars from Lorena Medina, 12.566. What we've actually seen on uneven bars is slightly the reverse trend, with the exception of one gymnast. The other three have all gone up from qualification. The first rotation continues. Lee Da-young of the Korea National Sport University. She scored 13.033 for this vault in qualification. The landing was very secure. It'll be interesting to look again at the form just as she begins the vault. The 18-year-old from Seoul. She was part of the team that won a silver medal at the Asian Championships just a couple of months ago in Singapore. Her university, the National Sport University in the Republic of Korea, founded in 1977. Its motto: truth, volunteerism and creation. It all came off the back of Yang Jung-mo winning the wrestling title at the 1976 Olympic Games. 13 for Lee Da-young, not quite as secure as in qualification, but it's a good score. It's the third best we've had on vault. From the University of Innsbruck, founded in October of 1669, I should say. This is the 24-year-old Bianca Frusak. Not the tidiest of vaults, but landed successfully. She's so close to completing her sports management degree at the University of Innsbruck. It's very well regarded for its management and business degrees. Loses the leg form in the air, gets it back together by the time of the landing, which was a good recovery. But in terms of the tidiness of the vault itself, well, that makes clear there are quite a lot of deductions to be made. We're going to see Bianca Frusak in apparatus final action tomorrow. Lovely moment that was, the Japanese gymnast coming over to say congratulations, and Bianca Frusak saying thank you back to them in Japanese. .633. So only a drop of a few hundredths from qualifying. Tisha Volleman of the Haas University of Applied Sciences in the Netherlands, in the Den Bosch area, towards the south of the country. 12.7 in qualification. That's a nice landing. The full twisting, Yurchenko from Tisha Volleman. I think the end of the vault was tidier than the start of it. She did get the legs together quickly, and she did land it beautifully. Brilliant chef, Tisha Volleman. She's studying food innovation at a university that's just celebrated its 75th anniversary. Does lots of interesting degrees in things like agriculture as well, horticulture, nature and the environment. So it is a fascinating institution. Tisha Volleman. So what she's done there, the personal chef, is cook up a pretty decent first score, an improvement from qualification by 0.3. Maya Yather of the University of the Balearic Islands. Another good start from a gymnast on vaults, Yather. She has done incredibly in her career to get to where she is. The injury that she has endured, she had to have 2 surgeries on her ankle in 2020 and 2022 after a full year of pain. And added to her international gymnastics accomplishment, she is studying towards a degree in business administration and law at that university I mentioned earlier, the Balearic Islands in Palma de Mallorca. And part of the team that won bronze. Certainly pretty comparable to what she produced in qualifying. 12.966, it's down a fraction, but only by a single tenth. There remains one gymnast on vaults. Luo Wen of Wuhan Sports University. The 4th best overall in qualification. She scored 13.2 for this lovely vault in the preliminary round. And it's another very good vault. She had a reasonably pronounced backwards move on the landing, but it is still going to score well. No doubt that it will be the 2 gymnasts from Japan who will lead at the end of the first rotation, though. Very central, that full twisting Yurchenko. Wuhan Sports University is in the provincial capital of Hubei province in the east of China, a very large landlocked province. And it's the same university that was attended by Cheng Fei, the Olympic champion in 2008, 5 times a champion of the world. Ayu Zhu of the University of Cologne, also representing Germany, a 19-year-old psychology undergraduate. Convincing attack on the straddle Jaeger. Comes down low under the bars, but builds the swing. Just losing the handstand form. Twists nicely to complete the dismount. Ayuju from Germany. University of Cologne, founded in 1388, 635 years ago. 12.933, Luo Wen. That's a drop of about 3/10 from qualification. That really determined by the landing move. One more performance still to come on the uneven bars from Yun Bo-eun. 11.866. That is an improvement of 1/10 from qualifying for Ayuju. Yun Bo-eun of the Republic of Korea and the Korean National Sports University. She was the 14th best overall in qualification. This was one of her strongest pieces. Good Jaeger somersault. Pak Salto keeps a sense of swingfulness. And very little to complain about in terms of the quality of the dismount. Nice start from Yun Bo-eun. A lot of the gymnasts in the Republic of Korea, senior international debutants at this competition, and they've acquitted themselves well. It's a big occasion for anyone. I mean, look at the size of the arena and how high the crowd goes up into the rafters. It's an imposing thing to come out here and perform. Once this score is in, then the gymnasts will make their way round to the second of 4 rotations. We'll be soon in a position to give you an update on the state of play at the top of the leaderboard. Meanwhile, this is Dominika Ponižílová at the Thomas Bata University. Gymnast from Brno, the second city of the Czech Republic. She demonstrated a big improvement from qualification with this first performance. Nice way to start her all-around campaign. She's already been an all-around finalist at the multi-sport games. That was at the European Games in 2019. Another of those 18-strong all-around finals. Experience shown there from Ponižílová, 12.033. Calm and successful beginning. 11.833 for Yun Bo-eun. That is a drop of just under half a mark. After the first rotation, Japan 1 and 2, Miyata Shoko and Sakaguchi Ayaka. Lee Da-young in joint third position with Disha Volleman. The gymnasts from the People's Republic of China in joint 6th place at the moment, but that was always to be expected after rotation number 1 because of the difficulty of their vaulting. Now, if the team final is anything to go by, they'll really come into their own as they head to the uneven bars. And that is where we are now looking at a rotation that begins with Miyata Shoko, then Oyu Shen.
Television broadcasts include detailed commentary to provide the audience with comprehensive information and
On beam, Dominika Bonizhilova will seek to keep her positive start going. There she is, the gymnast who scored 14.166 in the preliminary round. Miyata Shoko scored 13.3. Tahan along the beam. She'll be the fourth to perform. And we have Lai Pinju just completing her warm-up on the uneven bars. Is that where this title is going to be decided? On the balance beam, where China was so fantastic in the team final. Dominika Bonizhilova of the Czech Republic started very well. Nice mount, the sort of mount of somebody who's rightly confident after how their competition began. Good line established. Bonizhilova was the silver medalist in the all-around competition at the National Championships earlier this year, just as she was last year. She's been the champion as well. Somi is out of the way, done solidly. Very nice start for Dominika Bonizhilova of the Czech Republic. Her first couple of performances have been ever so secure. You can see when she competes that there is an experience to her. She competes a lot. She's won international medals in World Challenge Cup events. Competed recently at her 5th European Championships. And she has established a very calm presence in this competition early on. She was the 12th best in qualification. She might make a run for something higher than that. Big performance to come from Miyata Shoko of Japan, the second best in qualification, leading after the first rotation. She scored 13.3 in the preliminary round. How secure will this be? Very. Straddle Jaeger. And the Kachev has real height. The Pak Salto has performed well. Maloney into the Ginga. Oh, she's managed somehow to hold it, but that's problematic. That's very problematic for Miyata Shoko. It's an incredible save nonetheless. What a finish. How on earth did she stay on that high bar? super glue on the fingertips. That was incredible. What a rescue. Bonizhilova, 12.233. That's a gain of over half a mark from qualifying. She is racing through this first half of the competition. Let's look back at this performance from Miyata Shoko. So much of it was going so well. She holds the straddle Jaeger well. The Kachev is performed with big amplitude. The Pak Salto has some leg separation, but it is connected to that Kachev. The Maloney, and she goes from that purposefully into this Ginger. The hand comes off. It is an incredible reach, but she's going to be losing a significant amount for the empty swing. As I am wont to say, sometimes it comes down in an all-around competition to what you save, not what you lose, and she made a brilliant save there. The score is 12.033, and that is a drop of well over a mark. It's a mark and a third almost lost from qualifying. It presents a big chance now to Oyu Shen. Oyu Shen of the People's Republic of China, down in joint 6th position after the first rotation, but now with the big uneven bars routine to fly up the standings. 14.166 in qualifying. Starts strongly. She's secure in the Jaeger and in the Pak Salto. Maloney, there she goes into her Ginger somersault, and that is good. Well, what a landing, what a display from Oyu Shen. Wonderful performance yet again. Another gymnast from the People's Republic of China handling the occasion exceptionally. We've seen it again and again at these World University Games. The Jaeger was secure looking. Maloney transition as she then moved into the Ginger. Fluid looking, toe point maintained, and really did make the most of this dismount. Steady, so steady. How close will she get to that 14.166 scored in the preliminary round? Miyata Shoko a long way from her 13.3. The discussions are ongoing. Once again, we look at this performance from the 19-year-old Liu Shen. And this very successful dismount. Still no score. A long delay to get this number confirmed. Are we arriving at the conclusion of this judging process? We have got a number at last. It is 13.833. And that is close to her performance in qualification, only 0.3 different. Lai Pingju of Chinese Taipei. 21. And score of an 11.8 for this performance in the preliminary round. Through the second performance, halfway into her all-around final, Lai Pingju, the 10th best performer in the qualification process and twice an Asian Championship medalist, including with the Chinese Taipei team this year in Singapore. She's also competed at the Asian Games. As soon as we've got to the end of this uneven bars portion, I'll give you an update on how things are progressing over on the balance beam. And we're pretty close to the halfway point of rotation number 2. .6, very close to her score in qualification, just 0.2 shy of it. Now to a gymnast who might be able to pick up some gains here, having started well on vault. Lee Da-yong, she's got 11.4 for this routine in qualification, which was also the team final. Starts with a Maloney. Pak Solto. Van Leuven. Now, how tidy can she be here? Really rather tidy in that straddle Jaeger, smoothly done. And a nice dismount, that will feel good for Lee Da-young of the Republic of Korea, the teenager from the huge and vibrant city of Seoul. And that's where her university is based. Good extension there as she attacked that Jaeger somersault. Tightest of tuck positions to land, but it was secure. She had a good first half of the competition, Lee Da-young. Now these are the gymnasts who will be performing on the uneven bars in the second half of the rotation. One of them is Sakaguchi Ayaka. She will be the last to go. We also will have Lo Huen, Ida Shahin. She will get the rotation started. Her teammate Ilga Tahan scored 11.266. Very fine performance from Amanda Edwards on beam for the Australians, 12.3. Way better than her display in qualification where she unfortunately came off. That's a good jump. Lee Da-young, 12.533. She gains over a mark from the qualification stage and now goes into third position. So how her final is looking different now. She has a nice beam routine as well. Tisha Volleman, the Dutch gymnast. She'll be the second to go. Penultimate on the beam will be Yun Bo-eun. The last to compete will be a real specialist on the balance beam, Tinghua Tian of Chinese Taipei. And she will be very keen to get to the beam and deliver a strong display, having scored 9.966 on the uneven bars. She's done all that she can in the first half. She is still close to Oh Yu-shen, Miyata Shoko. There's only a gap of about 0.8 between them. Ida Shahin of Turkey competing on the beam. She scored just over 10 for this performance in qualification. It is a very nice routine when all goes well. She's held that impressively. Performs the side aerial successfully. This looks so much more secure than in the preliminary round. İlayda Şahin of Turkey very nicely performed, composed and significantly stronger than in qualification. That's the reaction of a gymnast who knows it is significantly stronger than qualification. She started with 12.166 on the uneven bars, which is a small improvement of a few hundreds from the preliminary round. But this was a nice moment, a sense of transformation there as she completed the routine. Bianca Frisak of Austria, 12.466 on the uneven bars in qualification. She was the 8th best overall qualifier. She just recently won the title on the uneven bars at the National Championships, where she also was the all-around winner. First all-around title for almost a decade. She was just a little off on the Jaeger, regrettably. Such a marginal thing, getting these release moves right. Very warm reaction. Quite rightly for Bianca Frisak as she goes back onto the apparatus. Goes straight into the dismount, which she performs nicely. Gymnast who's won multiple national titles. Moment of frustration at being so close to making the regrasp, and yet for the gymnast it might as well be a million miles away. But she did dismount well. Still to come, we have Lo Wen, who scored 14.2 in qualification, also the team final. 11.666. İlayda Şahin, that is a jump of 1.6 from the qualification round. That's a huge improvement for her. .4 for Bianca Frisak. And that is a drop of a mark, all really to be explained by the unintentional dismount from the apparatus. Tisha Volleman of the Netherlands. This is a difficult routine, one that she can score well with. She was the 7th best in the qualification process. Salto, then the original Shaposhnikova transition, the king up. Straddle Jaeger. Bale performed with a good handstand position. Yeah, nice routine that. It's an interesting one as well. Lovely to see the original Shaposhnikova. You don't see it too often. Generally speaking, the toe-on variation has superseded it, but there it is, the hip circle transition. One of several Gingers that we have seen and will see in this competition. Also the Jaeger, good toe point throughout. Nice to see it from the side angle because you really can appreciate the form. And establishing a good landing position. Disjevolleman.
Zat niet goed. Dat dacht ik ook, maar hij schoot. Mijn rolletje zat fout. Ja.
Still 3 to go on the uneven bars in this second rotation. 13 for Disjevolleman, very close to her score in qualification. 0.233 shy of it. So she's in second place at the moment. She's gone above Miata Shoko. Yather. 12.8 for this in qualifying. She was the best of the Spaniards. She also uses the Shaposhnikova. Does well to hold that landing position. She was quite compressed coming out of the double layout. Yather. Such a great performance from her as Spain won that team bronze. She was a massive part of their success. Working hard to try to keep the form as she finished the Ginger. It's always so challenging. That was remarkable strength to hold the landing position. Crowd getting very excited because next up it's one of their own. The weight goes on for this score, and here it is, 12.9, Maya Yather. An improvement from qualification by a single tenth. And that takes us to this point 2 to go on the uneven bars. The noise begins to build up for the 23-year-old. She was brilliant in qualification. If she gets close to this, she goes right up to the top of the leaderboard. Luo Wen of the People's Republic of China. 14.2 in the team final, which was the qualification campaign for this all-around event. Maloney. Pak Salto has a nice sense of flight and float. Van Leuven similarly well performed. Such big pirouetting. Oh, there's enormous height in the Jaeger somersault. She builds so much difficulty. Oh, does hold the landing just about. As I was saying, she builds so much difficulty with the pirouettes. Now, will it be as strong as the qualification round? It'll be interesting to see, particularly with that landing. Had a few problems as it went on, but did it start nicely. Such good judgment. And here the pirouetting work. She moves into the straddle Jaeger. Such a clean straddle position and good height as well. And then the double layout on the compressed side. It is a big lunge forward as she lands. Very interesting. It's not completely clear at the moment, the picture. There is still one big performance to go. 13.933, very big score. Not quite as substantial as qualification for the reasons mentioned. She is into the lead though, Luo Wen. Sakaguchi Ayaka. The score in qualification was 13.2. Pak Salto is nicely performed. Low to high transitions have been good. The Ginger also. It's powerful and it's effective. Good pike work into that dismount. Lots of good execution from Sakaguchi Ayaka. That might see her position quite well. This, the Ginger. She's so physically strong. Good double pike. At her best, Sakaguchi Ayaka has an almost effortless looking quality that is the result of such good technique and real power. She's an enormously powerful athlete. And quite efficient too. We are approaching the halfway mark of the competition, and 13.133 has got Sakaguchi Ayaka in the lead. It is the third strongest in qualification who leads the way. Very interesting first half of the competition. It's tight with those top two as well. An excited but rather nervous crowd watching on. Meanwhile, let's look at Lorena Medina on beam. Good score from her. And this was a big improvement from qualification. In the preliminary round she'd scored 11, but it was clear from the start that this was nothing like that performance. That was a moment of necessary stabilisation, and she dealt with it quite impressively. Aerial work was strong. Very tidy from Lorena Medina, 12.3, a gain of 1.3 from qualification. At the halfway stage of the women's all-around final in Chengdu, it is Sakaguchi Ayaka of Japan who leads by fractions over Luo Wen of the People's Republic of China, with Oyu Shen in third place. And then there's a gap of about 3/4 of a mark, and along comes Tisha Volleman with Miyata Shoko below her in fifth place. And so we find ourselves at the balance beam, where the gymnast that is going to go early on was phenomenal. Oyu Shen, 14.2. That was her score in qualification. She will get the whole rotation started, and the two Japanese gymnasts have got to wait until the very end. Sakaguchi and Miyata are the last two to go, right after Luo Wen. But there is the leader at the halfway stage. It could all change here though, because this is the now or never rotation for the Chinese gymnasts. Matching what they did in qualification is going to be very hard. If they can get close to it, then they might be impossible to dislodge. Oyu Shen goes to the beam. She scored 14.2 in qualification. This was where she cemented her position as the top qualifier. She starts so impressively. Nice free walk over. got through the lion's share of this performance and got through it very well. Now, what about this? Yes, very good. And the side's only 2. It's just the dismount that remains. It's been another extremely good display. It is superb. Absolutely terrific. How many times have we had cause to say it? Handling the occasion, coping with the pressure. And there is pressure. But she was steady in her line. It is so easy for things to become derailed on beam. And it never really looked like that was going to happen for her. And if she were to falter, my goodness, you could understand it. Jolly well done. That 14.2 mark is a mighty one to try to match. She's been a fraction down on both of the first 2 pieces, but it is still very compelling. Sakaguchi Ayaka knows a thing or two about good gymnastics, and she enjoyed that routine, and that is lovely to see, such sporting spirit. She's managed it. 14.166. That is almost the same as qualification, and suddenly Oyu Shen flies to the top of the leaderboard. It is going to be extremely difficult now to beat her with what she's got coming on floor. Well, she's done it again, Oyu Shen, after a fantastic day in the team final. Those 2 performances in rotations 2 and 3 have been more than secure. They've been rock solid. And this is the first time that we've seen her at international level since the World Championships in Liverpool. Certain things upon which one can guarantee in life, and one of them is that Amanda Edwards of Australia is fun to watch on floor. She's done very well on beam. I think you'll enjoy this. What a nice gymnast to watch. Amanda Edwards of Edith Cowan University in Australia. She served the sport, she serves the community, the qualified nurse. Very expressive gymnast, and that was performed with so much confidence. She has that ability to move well, to link the tumbling passes with enjoyable choreography. She is somebody who's spoken with great conviction about the support she's received from her university to get to this event and to get through a very demanding degree programme whilst successfully managing the demands of being an elite athlete too. The gymnast from Kalgoorlie, a city at the end of the Great Eastern Highway in the west of Australia. Great that she performed such a strong balance beam routine. We look back at it again, the performance of Australia's Amanda Edwards. She said it's me again because she's looked up and seen herself on the massive screen. And now to make that even more awkward, I'm now talking about the fact that she can see herself up on the massive screen. Sorry about that. 12.133. That's another improvement from qualification. This is a gymnast who came in the last qualification spot, and every single performance she's delivered so far has been better than in the qualifying round. That's what you want to do in an all-around. A moment of calm, a moment of contemplation. Shoko going through her paces. Tisha Volleman likewise. In the background, Maria there. They're all visualising and just walking through the routines one last time. Meanwhile, Iraida Shahin watching her teammate Olga Tallinn on floor. To Bianca Frizakov for Austria. 12.433 for this performance in qualification. It's always a wonderful thing when one of the real veterans out there gets back into form. And something that is such a joy about this great sport of artistic gymnastics is that more and more now we see people hit form, the best form they've ever had, well into their 20s. Bianca Fruzak has performed excellently on the European Championships early this year. Was the first time that we'd seen her at full international level since Kitakyushu 2021, the World Championships. But she really did roar back when she took that title at the National Championships, the all-around title. And she's competing here at the World University Games for the second time. From Turkey, Ilayda Shahin goes to floor. Had a successful competition so far, Ilayda Shahin. Up on the uneven bars, well up on beam. Bianca Fruzak, 12.4. For her, that is virtually the same as in the preliminary round.
The competition for the third round has concluded, and it went up for the group 2 of the games.
现在在客户项目是荷兰运动员、西班牙运动员、中国运动员、日本运动员；在自由体操项目是德国运动员、韩国运动员、中华台北运动员。
Ilayda Shahin and Bilge Tahan. And over on the beam, Tisha Volleman will get her group underway, followed by Maya Yater. And it's going to be a very interesting end to the rotation with Lo Huen, followed by Sakaguchi Ayaka, followed by Miyata Shoko. Goodness me, some big routines coming up. Over on floor, the two German gymnasts will begin, Elizabeth Wagner and Ayuju. At the moment, it is Tisha Volleman who's the only gymnast actually up there in that pack with Japan and China. Ilayda Shahin scores 11.533, virtually on a par with her performance in the preliminary round. No team competition for Turkey. And a good time to let you know or remind you, if you've already got plans to be watching, that we have all of the apparatus finals taking place tomorrow. It's going to be an extremely busy last day of artistic gymnastics at the Summer World University Games, the 31st of their kind. We get underway at 1 p.m. Chengdu time with the men's floor final. And we'll have men's floor, women's vault, men's pommel horse, women's uneven bars, men's rings over the first 2.5 hours. And then at 7 p.m. local time, we'll come back to bring you the men's vault, the women's beam, men's parallel bars, women's floor and men's high bar. So it is going to be an extremely action-packed last day of competition in the Dong'an Lake Sports Park Multi-Purpose Gymnasium. Big moment coming up for her. Really a huge moment. Tisha Volleman, positioned right up there after the second rotation, in contention. Can she improve upon her qualification display? The mark was 12.233. That is an impressive hold because it looked as though she was hurtling off. Stability briefly up the side, Somi. Then the pirouette, just as she had the leg bend come in, she went off. So for Tisha Volleman, that is likely to impact her prospects. Most of it was well performed. The 23-year-old from Eindhoven has competed at 5 World Championships. It was one of the more routine moments for her that was problematic. Here it was. And that was then followed by a nice looking dismount. We've also had performances from Lai Pin-ju and Lee Da-yong, 11.1 and 10.933 respectively. Next it will be Maya Yather. And then we're into those crucial performances from the leaderboard perspective from Lo, Sakaguchi and Miyata. 10.466, Tisha Volleman. That's a drop of about 1.8 from qualifying. To Maya Yaffer, 20-year-old, scored 12.3 in qualifying. Fluid and stylish mount. Happens to the Spanish team from yesterday onwards, the moment they got those bronze medals, this competition was going to be nothing but an absolute triumph. Anything else probably in bonus territory. Secure twist from Maya Yaffer of Spain to finish her performance. It was another of those nearly moments on balance beam. Those all too frequent nearly moments. But anyone out there that's a gymnast knows better than the rest of us. It just sometimes happens. At the moment, Lorena Medina, her teammate, is in second place. After this score comes in, then it is over to Lo, Sakaguchi and Miyata. 11.166. It is a drop of just over a mark, unfortunately, from the qualification round. So then, which way is it going to go? Lo Wen, the gymnast who scored 13.7 in qualification. Really nice beginning, absolutely bang on line. We'll test this. Test passed impeccably. This is another example of extraordinary composure in the face of a huge crowd, a huge occasion, probably a lot of emotion. Yet again, just as was the case in qualifying, she's almost there, and she is there. Very good. Lo Wen. Once more, she has performed such a high quality routine on the beam. They just keep delivering. Miyata Shoko comes straight over to congratulate Lo Wen. High quality after high quality after high quality from China at these World University Games. That was so well aligned. Everything here was. She is a touch on the pike side as she lands, or more than a touch. It still is going to be a good number. She was the 4th best in qualification, Lo Wen. How high is she going to finish in the competition proper? Oyu Shen leads at the moment. There's the two Spaniards, 2nd and 3rd. Yather and Medina. Certainly some deductions to be taken for the landing position. 14.033, that is better than in qualification. Execution score 8.133, I should say. That's because she barely moved when she was on the apparatus. Not a wobble. Sakaguchi Ayaka of Japan, the leader at the halfway stage. But the competition is looking a little different now. She too is steady so far. Yes, that's lovely. That is very good. That was the problem. Very good dismount though, and overall from Sakaguchi Ayaka, it's another strong performance that is going to keep her in contention, and it will, in terms of who gets the medals, go down to the last rotation with still some unresolved questions. There were moments of flickering. Lovely amplitude, flicks the back leg up. This was particularly strong. Wolf turns. Good horizontal line. Not a problem. Here, the side Somi, backwards move, but she does rescue it. Just with a reaction afterwards that says it's all fine, it's all part of the plan, don't worry, I know what I'm doing. The Chinese gymnast will go to floor in a very good position. Sakaguchi Ayaka scored 13.666 in qualifying. Seen the replay on the big screen of that hold. The crowd, gosh, they keep expecting her to come off, even though they've seen it several times already. 13.2, she's up there into third place. But the gap is really starting to grow now. Miyata Shoko of Japan, the last to go on B. And she was very good in qualifying, scored 13.8. That was beautiful. Ever so good on this piece. Fascinating to watch the Japanese women emerge as an international force on B in the last little while. Ready for a big dismount, and securely ground is Miyata Shoko. Absolutely would be a key contender. Right up at the top, were it not for that problem she had on the uneven bars. Slight asymmetry in the pike position as she lands, but it was a very impressive performance and a significant one as we go round to the very last rotation now. For the last time the gymnasts move round. Let us look at Lorena Medina in the meantime, from the Autonomous University of Barcelona. It was a 12.033 for Lorena Medina, down by about a third of a mark from qualifying. Miyata Shoko, 13.766, very good number, almost the same as qualification. With one rotation to go, it is Oyu Shen and Lo Huen in the lead. Sakaguchi Ayaka and Miyata Shoko in third and fourth place, with the two gymnasts from Spain, Maya Ther and Lorena Medina, leading the chasing pack. The gap between the top four is about 1.3. And as I'm sure you are all too aware, a full mark lost if the gymnast does not get one of those tumbling passes right on floor, if they sit down the landing, if the hands go down. So everything could still change. But as it stands, it is the People's Republic of China in pole position to make it 4 out of 4. Both team titles, both all-around titles, they're nearly there. The two of them have performed ever so well. Luo Wen performing 2 places above her station compared to qualifying. Sakaguchi matching it. It's Miyata Shoko who's dropped down a couple of places. Second group will be finishing their campaign on vault. It will be Amanda Edwards to get us started. From Edith Cowan University in Australia, Amanda Edwards. Final performance for her. It's been a great all-round. That is a very successful day. Well done, Amanda Edwards. She's looked so much better than in the qualification round. The Yurchenko layout. Always looks in control. And the very best of fortune to her as she begins her job at the Perth Children's Hospital. Absolutely embodying the values of her university. Its motto, freedom through knowledge. .333 for Amanda Edwards, and that makes it a clean sweep for her. She's been up on every single performance today. Bilge Tahan of Turkey next to vault. Chance to look at a very skilled vaulter, somebody who made the European Championship final, and that's why. Absolutely at home on this apparatus. World Cup medalist, National Championship medalist. We go to Lee Da-young of the Republic of Korea on floor. final performance in this all-round final from Lee Da-young, gymnast from the Republic of Korea and the National Sport University there. Bilge Tahan scores 13, that's better than qualification. Really did get good height. Yet more evidence of the real physical strength that Lee Da-young has. Brief moment of calm before the gymnasts take to the floor for the last time. We'll see Lo, then Sakaguchi, then Miyata, then Oh. That will be it. We will know who is the World University Games all-around champion in women's artistic gymnastics. First score we had was for Nai Pin Ju. It was 11.933. Lee Da-young scores 12.233. Comparable to the qualification performance. On we go on floor. Bianca Frisak of Austria. Crowd really enjoyed that performance, and quite right too, from Bianca Frisak of Austria. Second time they've really enjoyed it. They got to see it in the qualification round. Performs it really well, doesn't she? And best of luck to her as she completes her sports management degree, and also more immediately in the competitions tomorrow, because we will be seeing Bianca Frisak in apparatus finals. Next to go, Tisha Volleman, another very experienced gymnast. And gymnasts don't get much recovery time with the finals, all the apparatus finals happening on one day. It's quite an early start and a late finish here. Just gone beyond 9:30 p.m. Chengdu time. .766. Kafuzak of Austria. We go to the Dutch gymnast Tisha Volleman of the University of Applied Sciences in Den Bosch. A wonderful reception for Tisha Volleman of the Netherlands. She bids farewell to this all-around competition, the last performance from her. She's got some lovely pirouettes in that display. Turns so sharply and rapidly. There's also some important, powerful tumbling going on.
The athletes from Germany, Republic of Korea, Chinese Taipei, Shanghai, and Spain are at home.
中国第41届世大学生夏季运动会体操比赛吸引了来自不同国家的运动员和观众。体操是一项需要运动员
At the moment it is Lee Do-young of the Republic of Korea who leads, but now we go into the business end of this rotation. These are going to be the medal contending performances that we see. So these are the gymnasts who will be finishing their campaign at the vaulting table. Pretty soon we will know who it is that has won the World University Games all-around title at Chengdu 2021, the delayed games. Will it be her? Will it be her? Not much between them. A gap of less than a tenth of a mark. Then you have Sakaguchi Ayaka. And she is a little further back. Gap of about 9/10 between her and the lead. Miyata Shoko is about 1.3 back. But as for who it could be between Oyu Shen and Luo Wen, who knows? Frankly, who knows? The only thing that works in the favour of Oyu Shen is the stark difference in qualification scores. Luo Wen scored 12.666, Oyu Shen 13.766. Sakaguchi Ayaka scored 13.266 and Miyata Shoko 13.5. So we've got a fair few important performances to see before anything can be crystal clear. .13 for Tisha Volleman. Way up from qualification. She gains over half a mark. We go to a bronze medalist in the team event, Maya Yacer of Spain, for her final performance of this all-around competition. And so concludes Maya Yacer's final. Spanish gymnasts were bringing up the chasing pack, and behind the Chinese and Japanese gymnasts at the end of the last rotation. It really has been a fantastic competition for Spain, you know. And meanwhile, Miyata Shoko, obviously in some discomfort, and she's actually not going to go any further with the competition, and that is so sad to see. Obviously some injury that's been picked up, don't know the full nature of it, but she cannot continue. And it has been a day for Japan like that. That's the second really key performer for Japan that has had to step away. Well, we've just seen that Miyata Shoko is not going to be continuing the competition, and that's always the right move. If the athlete has some injury, then they must absolutely have their safety prioritised. 12.533 for Maya Yacer. So that has added an extra complication to the medal race, because Miyata was in fourth position. Luo Wen, what an excellent day. What will she produce on floor? In qualification she scored 12.666. Huge reaction for Lo Wen from the Chengdu crowd in what has been an extremely impressive display from her. Acknowledged by Sakaguchi Ayaka, who's next to go. Now, where is she ultimately going to finish? That display on the beam, crucial to her chances. Put her in such a great position. Did have a problem there that could have been a lot worse had she not steadied herself. At the moment it is Maya Yather of Spain who leads, then Disha Volleman of the Netherlands second. Lee Da-yong of the Republic of Korea is in the bronze medal position. As I mentioned earlier, Lo Wen in qualification scored 12.666. We have just 2 performances to come. 12.866, that means that Lo Wen is going to win a medal. She goes into the gold medal position. And now there are just 2 to go. Sakaguchi Ayaka of Japan, the last performance for her. Great finish from Sakaguchi Ayaka of Japan, who surely is heading for a place on the podium. The question is where. She needs in excess of 13.666 to move ahead of Lo Wen. Now Lorena Medina finishing her final over at the vaulting table. And she performs well. Just had some disguised loss of stability at the end. Medina up there around the top group. She had a very good day. She was the 11th best in qualification, poised to go beyond that. Sakaguchi waiting to see how this will compare to qualifying. As I mentioned, 13.666 plus required, 13.266 her score in the preliminary round. So it needs to be quite a big improvement if she is to go above Lo Wen. We look back for the last time at this performance from Sakaguchi Ayaka. And it was a very good one. And the weight is on. At the moment, it is Lo who leads. And it is going to remain thus. 12.866 meanwhile for Lorena Medina. And the score has come in 13.066 for Sakaguchi Ayaka of Japan, and that means she will win at least the bronze medal, and it means that the People's Republic of China has won the title, because it will go either to Lo Wen or the gymnast that we're about to watch, Oyu Shen. She has had 2 sensational days of competition. This is for the title. Outstanding day from her, an outstanding 2 days. Oyu Shen delivering sensational gymnastics, calm gymnastics, composed gymnastics, but brilliant gymnastics. And it is surely now simply a matter of waiting to see which of these 2 tremendous gymnasts from the People's Republic of China will roar their way to goal, because it's been emphatic from the pair of them. Whichever of them takes this title, they've won it and won it well, and it is likely to be her. Incredible height. 12.833 plus required, a routine that scored 13.766 in qualification. It is going to be 4 out of 4 for the People's Republic of China. The question is which, and the answer seems to be quite clear-cut. But for Lo Wen, she has been outstanding, the 23-year-old. Sakaguchi Ayaka will take at least the bronze medal. Lorena Medina and Maya Yacer of Spain, they are the gymnasts who are behind these leading athletes, and they've had excellent days too. Shevolleman currently in 5th place, but the 19-year-old is about to have her moment. 13.566, Oyu Shen, oh, you've done it. The World University Games individual all-around champion in women's artistic gymnastics, Oyu Shen. The undergraduate at Beijing Sport University. She's top of the class. And there is the silver medalist, Lo Wen. The two of them, they won the team title. Now they have all-around gold and silver. And next to them is Sakaguchi Ayaka, the bronze medalist. Well, the photos are being taken now, but it wasn't a photo finish. It was a clear win for Oyu Shen. Well, meanwhile, we have apparently got an inquiry in progress here for Sakaguchi Ayaka, so just ignore every single thing that's been said over the past several minutes. It's probably not going to have too huge a change. Because she would need to gain 0.6 for there to be any alteration to the standings. So we can't bring you the classified results. There we go, that's the end of that. Okay, as I was saying, it is the bronze medal to Sakaguchi Ayaka and the silver and gold to Lo Wen and Oyu Shen. Confirmation of Sakaguchi Ayaka's bronze medal. And there they are, all of them. Didn't they play their part in a fascinating final? Some lovely gymnastics on show. Some great sporting spirit as well. The ethos of the World University Games writ large. Lorena Medina, brilliant result for her, 4th place. Her teammate Maya Yather in 5th position. That's a very good selfie. Extremely impressively taken there by Yun Bowen. High quality photography, high quality gymnastics. Maya Yather, 5th place. She and Lorena Medina taking home team medals. There's your champion. The classified results in the women's individual all-around final at Chengdu 2021. Bronze to Sakaguchi Ayaka of Japan, silver to Lo Wen of the People's Republic of China, and Oyu Shen, her teammate, taking the gold medal.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now announcing the invitation schedule for tomorrow. There will be men's and women's apparatus final starting at 1 p.m.
Shame that Yadashoko was not able to finish the competition. I hope that all is well with her. We'll have in just a moment or two the medal ceremony. Don't go too far away. Scenes of celebration coming up.
All technical officials, coaches, may march out, please.
本场比赛结束，请运动员教练。第一组4人准备活动时间为2分钟，第2组5人准。
Medals galore for the People's Republic of China, and they're all golden.
女士们、先生们，第31届世界大学生夏季运动会女子个人全能颁奖仪式现在开始。
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the women's individual all-around.
有请获奖运动员、颁奖嘉宾入场。
Please welcome the medalists and the presenters.
It's now time for the medal ceremony for the women's individual all-around competition at the World University Games, taking place in Chengdu, in Sichuan Province, the People's Republic of China. And it is the People's Republic of China centre stage all the way. Just phenomenal. Two gymnasts who could not have more impeccably demonstrated how to handle an occasion. This was mastery of competition management. And now the time for their reward.
The medals and mascots will be presented by Ms. Donatella Saki. Please attending a chair of artistic gymnastics.
成都大运会特邀颁奖嘉宾，中国电信天府新区分公司总经理汤俊先生。
Mr. Tang Jun, invited medal president of the Chengdu 2021 Pixel Games, general manager of Tianfu New Area Bench, Chinatown.
获得铜牌的是日本运动员。
Bronze medalist representing Japan, Sakaguchi Ayaka. Silver medalist representing People's Republic of China. Gold medalist representing PRC, Wang Yushan. Ladies and gentlemen, and now please rise for the Fisher Kingdom. Please be seated.
The medalists in the women's all-around competition at Chengdu 2021. The bronze to Sakaguchi Ayaka of Japan, and the gold and silver won by the People's Republic of China. Second place for Lu Wen, and the title for Oh Yushen. It is 4 out of 4 for China. A fabulous conclusion to the all-around competitions in Chengdu.
女士们，接